Hi. Hi, this is Deb Vaughn, joining a little early um, so that I could check out my technology here and see that I'm live. Yes, I am. And let me do something there so I don't create any wobble. And we're going to begin in just a few moments while I get everything ready here. I think I got everything. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. Mhm. Okay, be back. Wow, it's really cold here in North Carolina, and I know that it may look like um, I'm dressed for summer, but in my home, I have vaulted ceilings, and all the heat comes upstairs, which is a nightmare, warming my downstairs, which is where my living room and bedroom are. But, you know, I got it covered. It's all good. Nice and I'm warm and I'm upstairs and I'm warm and I look like it's summer out here and still have allergies all year long. Love it, hate it. But hey, I'm in North Carolina, not in the north where it's getting beat up with snow, wind, sleet, ice, cold. Anyhow, I'm going to get started. Welcome. Hi, this is Deb Vaughn, and this is Stampin' Therapy with Deb. And today is Wednesday, January 17th. And today we're going to be making a card that I'm going to demonstrate for you using masking. If you're watching, if you're here, let me know. I'd appreciate a mention or anything, drop me a line. If you're watching the replay, I really, really appreciate that. And if you give me thumbs up and a comment, that really helps my algorithm so that my small business gets out there to a lot more people. So it's much appreciated. So I'm going to switch camera, and I've been showing you the mini catalog. Today, we're going to work with mask. Um, so this is a mask called Enduring Beauty. Okay, let me bring it in. And it shows a mask of 5 different masks that builds into a flower that looks like that. It also has some die cuts. I didn't get the die cuts. Yeah, in hindsight, I probably should have, but I thought I could fussy cut this very easily, and I can, and I have, and I'll show you some examples when I'm done with the demonstration. As I said, this is going to be a card for the loss of a pet, which is really, really sad. Um, I don't know how many people have gotten through life without the loss of a pet, but I'm using a sentiment from, I'm going to show you this set. Um, this set from Quiet Reflections. Um, it's beautiful. It has I forget what this is called. It's like a water reflection. It has beautiful, beautiful sayings. Besides the water reflection that attracted me, it says, praying for his comfort to soften the sadness and bring you peace. I won't read them all. They're in the mini catalog. And the stamp I'm using, the friendship of a pet, is one of life's greatest gifts. So that is that one. Also, I wanted to share with you that during this time is our celebration promotion, and it is a gift with purchase promotion that we have once a year. If you spend $50 or $100, there's different levels of things that you can get out of the celebration catalog for free. It's awesome, and it's a great time to join. Um, Stampin' Up! Is just a wonderful, wonderful company, and the products, to me, are none better in the industry. We're going to be using the, I'll show you in real life. We're going to be using, these are the opaque faceted gems, and they come in Calypso Coral, Pecan Pie, and Pool Party. And we'll be using those. If you need a catalog, private message me or direct message me and give me your address, and I'll get a catalog out to you. So let's get started. Enough with the talk. Okay, so right here I have a piece of basic white cardstock that is 3.5 by 5, and I'm going to layer it with some wild wheat, and our card base is going to be Calypso Coral. I pulled these colors off of the color coach provided by Stampin' Up. I thought they were different and unusual, and since I did so many different cards, um, it's hard to see the light, the different colors. Um, I thought I'd try it, and I have several others that I made to share with you. This stamp set has an outline. Today, I'm not going to use the stamp set outline die. I'm going to, I put the stamp set away. I'm going to just use the masks to show you that you can buy these masks. They're very reasonable, and you really get a lot of bang for the buck. Okay, so here are the masks. And the masks have a little notch up at the top. And we're going to put that little notch on our paper. So we're going to know exactly where to put each mask as we move along through the process. There are 5 of them. And it will build a lovely, lovely card. Here is an example of what we'll be making. This is made out of this is made out of Poppy Parade, and this is without the lines. So let's get started. First off, I'm going to take some Post-it note, which is my go-to. It's Post-it tape. It will hold my project in place as I move along here. So I'm going to tack this down, and I'm going to put one at the bottom. I want to make sure it's straight on here. 1 second. Okay. The image layer is straight. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is start with the number 1 mask. Doesn't look like a lot, does it? But I'm going to put the image here, try to set it on, make it even, and I'm going to color in the notch up here. so that after when I go to set to the mask for 2, 3, up to 5, I will match that notch. So let me take that and come back to this Post-it tape. Make sure this hasn't moved. And because I'm using blending brushes, I want to make sure this stays right where I want it to be. The colors I'm going to be using are Calypso Coral and the Wild Wheat. So I'm going to start with Calypso Coral. And I'm going to work in a very light image to start with. And not applying a lot of pressure. Oops, I messed that up. Ooh, I don't like that. Okay, there's always two sides to every sheet of paper. And, oh, you know what? I'm just going to go on. I'll just live with that. But see what happens if you don't start off at the side and get that blotch taken care of. Because sometimes you really don't want that on your card, right? So I'm coming in from my right and coloring this layer. This is an easy way to make cards for all kinds of occasions, as you'll see from the examples I'm going to show you a little later on. Just a little bit darker up here. Okay, it's my Calypso Coral, my first layer. Okay, I'm going to close that. Go over here to Old Olive, because the next layer is layer number 2, even has a number on it. I'm going to pull this layer up, put it off to the side, and I'm going to lay this down. And even though it looks like a mess, I'm going to just coordinate it with, or make sure that it's in the notch. Okay. And pull out another blending brush. And this is Old Olive, one of the standard colors for Stampin' Up that I hope never leaves. And I'm going to do a light to medium, because these are leaves. Oh, that's not a leaf, but we're going to do it green anyway. And I see the problem here. I see the problem here. Do you see the problem here? One problem is I've got glare. And what's actually happening here is my cardstock is not covering the whole image. So that's an issue when you're not using the stamp set with the lines. But hey, I'm going outside the lines. And what I'm going to do this time is notch this up so that it matches and so that the mask is straight. Okay. And then I'm going to make sure that this entire image fits on this 3.5 by 5 sheet of basic white. Just a little bit more, so we have a little bit of an edge on each side. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that's great. Just a little bit of movement here. Okay. All right. Oops. I better tack that sheet down, because what I don't want is it moving. I want to forget that. Put the mask back over. Hey, there's always two sides to a piece of paper, right? So mistakes are what they are. I'm gonna actually go out of order and do number 2. Now see, it doesn't, it's running off the bottom. Glad I noticed that. But down here, it is at the bottom, it is not, the bottom leaf is not on the paper. Darn it. Didn't look at that. So let me peel this up. And actually, this time, what I'm going to do is put it against the mask. And I have to move this. Put it against the mask to make sure I got the whole image on there. Good grief, Deb. Here we go. Here we go. Thanks for hanging with me. And thanks if you're watching with a replay, bearing with me here. So I'm going to tack that down again. Lift this. Tack this down again. Everything's on, except this is covering that. Okay. Whew. Okay. Now it doesn't match over there. Good grief. Okay. I'm going to stop this recording.